Hello everyone, my name is FitterSpace, and today I'm going to be showing you how to speedrun Island Infiltration. So, one thing I want to say before I start this level is that a lot of these strats that I'm about to show you are strats that aleckermit came up with. He's done a lot of work with optimizing this level. So I'm going to show you some of the things that he showed me. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go into first person at the very start of the level. If you look in third person, you see all these like dust particles and all this dirt and everything that gets flung up by these tires. That causes lag. That causes a lot of lag, several seconds of lag. So you don't want to do that, especially if you're on the PlayStation 2 version. There's way more lag on that version of the game. So you want to go into first person mode. To do that on the GameCube, you press Z. And I'm not sure what to do on the other controllers, you know, with the PS2 or with the Xbox. But there's a button that corresponds to that. And you want to go right up here. And I'm going to make a quick save state here because I'm going to show this part very many times. I'm going to show you once in full speed, and then I'll show you what to do. I'll go play by play and tell you what to do. This is what it looks like at full speed. I'm going to have to take a wide angle right there, but that's fine. So the first thing you want to do is you want to just drive straight through this bar, but you want to drive through that bar at an angle. Did you see how it didn't slow me down at all when I drove at an angle? For some reason the collision doesn't work. You see how that slowed me down? Watch this. It slightly slows you down when you run into that, but if you go at an angle, well, I ran into it a little bit there. But if you go at an angle, it doesn't slow you down at all. You just drive straight through it. You have to drive at a certain angle though, but it doesn't seem to slow you down as much when you drive through at an angle, and sometimes it doesn't slow you down at all. I'm really not sure what causes that. I'm not sure if Alec knows either. I don't think anybody does. But you can see I just drove straight through it that time. So you want to drive through this at an angle and go to the right. Ideally you want to pick up those missiles, but you really don't have to. So you see I didn't pick up those missiles there. But if you pick up those missiles, you know, you can use more missiles. You want to drift like that and turn around. So to drift or to use your e-brake, you hold the X button on the GameCube controller. I'm not sure what it is on the PlayStation 2, but the drive through at an angle and turn around right here and press B to download that access code and go around through the right side. Going back out through the right side is faster. So turn around like this, download the access code, and go around through the right side. Sometimes those trucks or SUVs or whatever they are, they'll get in your way. Oh, you see I didn't go close enough to get the access code. So download the access code, and you see he's close right there, so I might have to take a wider angle like that. But I bumped into that wall and that really slowed me down. You really don't want to hit this thing right here, this whoa, what? You really don't want to hit this thing right here because that's going to slow you down a lot. That you'll completely stop if you run into that. It's stupid. But you want to go around here, turn around just like that, mash B, and go around there. So I'd say that's the most complicated part of the level, but I mean the rest of this level is really simple. So shoot the trucks or SUVs to blow them up, and you don't want to run into them because once they explode they're gonna fly all over the place. Sometimes they don't like that. The way to prevent them from blowing up and flying all over the place, oh, I don't have a save state over there, but the way to prevent that is to shoot them later. If you shoot them as soon as they spawn, they're gonna just blow up and fly up in the air and get all up in your face and everything, and that's gonna slow you down. So I'm gonna make a quick save state here to demonstrate that. I'll make another save state right here. See, if I shoot these things as soon as they get on the road, you see they fly all over the road and they get in your way. But if I were to shoot this thing later, there's a chance that it won't do that. So shoot that later, but you can see it still did it, so it won't completely prevent that from happening. But hopefully it won't. Just try not to run into those SUVs. So mash B once you get to this gate, and make sure you have your missiles equipped. So shoot that thing twice, press A twice to shoot it. Shoot it one more time. You have to shoot it with 3 missiles, so that's why I pressed A 3 times. And once you get to this second gate up here, I'm going to make another save state because I want to show this. This is another thing that Alec came up with. You wait back here and drive through at full speed. Did you see how I did that? Watch this. See, this is what happens if you don't do that. You go up to it and wait like that. But what you can do instead is you press B like this, wait, and that was a little slow, but you can see that I'm driving through the gate at full speed. So I'm wasting absolutely no time. You see, if I do this, I'm having to accelerate once the gate opens. But if I use the access code way back here and then start driving forward, I'm already going at full speed as soon as the gate opens. So that saves a little bit of time. I believe that saves like 2 seconds. So just like that. Now once you get here, there's a sentinel that you can shoot. There's 2 things that you can do. Well, there's probably more things that you can do, but you can wait back here. You see how I'm sitting back here and he's not able to shoot me? Well, he's able to shoot me from there. But if I'm sitting back here, I can shoot him and he can't shoot me. So if I wanted to do that, I could just sit back here and shoot him, and you know, you can do that without him shooting at you at all. Just like this, you know. So you can do that. That's the slower strats. You know, that's the safe way if you're low on health, or you're afraid that you're going to be low on health later. Or you can just kind of do this. That was a little bit slow, but that's faster than what I was doing before. The YOLO. This is the YOLO strats is what I call them. This is like a really crazy thing you can do, but you can shoot 2 missiles here, turn around, and shoot another missile like that. But you can see sometimes the objective doesn't complete when you do that, because when you aim backwards like this, the missiles don't always turn around. It's kind of crappy when that happens, but you go forward like this, turn around, and shoot 2 more missiles like that. And sometimes it'll blow up the sentinel. You could also just wait back here and shoot it like that, but you can see the missile didn't have time to turn around, so you really don't want to do that. But like, if you're crazy and you really want to go for that, you can, but I wouldn't do it. I would not recommend that at all. So this is exactly what I do in my runs. I shoot it twice, wait, and shoot another time, just like that. And there are some missiles right there that you can pick up. So you see that I have about half health right now, and that's fine. Having half health is okay. So shoot. Oh man, the missiles went toward the guys on the bridge. That's not good. So shoot 2 more missiles here, and well, I'm having a tough time with this now. But shoot 2 missiles here, and you can shoot 1 more missile there and he'll still die. So I have a little bit more health this time. But this sentinel really sucks because he does a lot of damage to you. That's what I do in my runs, and that may not be completely optimal. If Alec can come up with a more optimal strat, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll improve that for my runs. But as of right now, this is what I do. So I shoot that and drive under these missiles and pick them up. So there's 2 things that you can do once you get up here. There's 2 ways you can go. You can go the fast way or the slow way, and I'm going to show you both of them. If you go the slow way, this is a couple seconds slower, but it's guaranteed. Like, you won't die if you do this. So if you have really low health, or you're doing like a no reset run, or like you're in a race or something and you're afraid you might die, you can go through there, and there's some free armor right there too. So, but if you're not in a race, if you're going for like a PB or something, you may want to do that. Use the access code. You may want to do this, I mean, not that. So this is also something that you can optimize. You activate that, and see, if you just keep driving like this, you'll fall through and die. So you want to slow down at the very end just a little bit. So use that, shoot some missiles at that guy, and slow down and wait for that bridge to extend. You can see whenever I don't do that, like before, if you just drive at full speed, you'll fall down there and die. You see that? So you have to slow down just a little bit right there, just long enough for that bridge to extend. So slow down a little bit right here, wait for the bridge to extend, and just go right over it and avoid that truck. So this section, I'm going to make another save state here. So this thing right here, there are two things that you can do. One is you can play it safe, or you can just go for it. I always play it safe because this is a really tough part of the level. To play it safe, you slow down. This line right here is where the cutscene trigger starts, and then the final boss appears. So this line right here, you can see I'm driving very slow. As soon as you touch that line, the final boss appears. The final boss of this level, I mean, the final boss of this section. There is a final boss, but this is the final boss of section 1 of Island Infiltration. So you shoot 2 missiles there, shoot 2 missiles there, and drive up here. Shoot 2 missiles here, shoot 2 missiles here, and drive toward this armor. So did you hear how I collected the armor during the cutscene? You want to do that. So go up here, shoot 2 missiles there, shoot 2 missiles there. Oh, I actually missed that that first truck. So shoot 2 missiles here, 2 missiles there, and I missed that. I was going a little bit too fast there. Shoot 2 missiles here, 2 missiles there, drive to the cutscene trigger. Shoot 2 missiles, shoot 2 missiles. As soon as you shoot the 2 missiles, drive over to this armor and pick it up. You'll usually pick it up before the cutscene or during the cutscene. I'm going to show that one more time before I end this section. So, oh man. So I didn't kill that second truck, but the fast strats for this is just like YOLO, just like go for it, you know. This is obviously very bad and you don't want to do this, but you can see that sometimes you can pull it off like that. It's I would never do this in a run. Like, you'll never see me do this in a run unless it's like super consistent. But I don't know, that actually is a little bit consistent, but it's risky, especially if you have low health. So you shoot 2, drive a little bit forward, and shoot 2 more. But you can see I'm already almost dead, and I didn't even kill the boss. So you can do this, and I believe Alec did this in his individual level time. But you see I couldn't grab that armor because those trucks were in the way. So I wouldn't do this. I would not go for this. Just take the little extra time and, you know, play it safe, because you don't want to die here, and you don't want to lose too much health. Because when you start the next section, the game doesn't give you any armor for the next section. So you're stuck. If you lose a ton of health here, you're stuck, you know. So shoot 2 missiles, shoot 2 missiles, grab the armor. So I'm going to show this first section one more time because the rest of the level is extremely straightforward. Like, it's an auto scroller that you can't speed up in any way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to show this first part at full speed, exactly what you would see in a speedrun. So drive through that. That was a little slow because it slowed me down. Turn around. Download the code. I had to take a wide angle around that because he was in the way. So go around here, wait just a second to shoot this SUV, and sometimes there's a chance that it won't get in your way, but you see there was really nothing I could do. Oh man, that's really slow. But when they blow up, they go in the air and they land on their sides and get in the way and everything. That obviously slows you down a lot. You can lose several seconds to something like that. Shoot 2 missiles at that sentinel right there. Shoot another missile. Wait here. Use the access code. Alright, I messed that up a little bit, but you get the idea. Use 2 missiles here. Use 2 more. Actually, you can just use 1 more. It's just like the last sentinel that only requires 3. So go through around here, and as soon as you can, just keep like pressing B to use the access code. I'm using the access code to slow down and go through that bridge. Take a little bit of time to shoot these guys. Shoot the sentinel twice. Shoot it 2 more times. Go get the armor. So this second section is the most straightforward part. Like, I've been saying, oh, this is really straightforward, just do this. This is the most straightforward part of the entire run. There's only a few things. This is the only speed up for this entire section. Shoot that bridge early. Use L to manual aim and shoot that bridge early. That's the only speed up in this entire section. So if you have armor, you're not gonna die unless you try. Like, even if you tried to die, it's gonna be tough if you have armor. Like, if you're playing on operative, that is. So just, you know, the slowest casual playthrough and the fastest speed run all have the same time, minus that time save, you know, at the very beginning. So after that, everybody has the same time for this section. It's awful. So there's nothing you can do to speed this up. So just play however you want. I'm actually kind of having a little tough time with this, but sometimes those trucks can mess you up. But one thing you can do to prevent that is you can, remember earlier how I aimed at that bridge early? You can actually aim at that other bridge early as well and shoot it. And then those trucks won't be able to shoot at you. But it doesn't matter, because you're not going to die in this section. Well, I shouldn't say that, because it is possible too if you have low health and you didn't, you know, if you didn't grab that armor and you don't shoot the bad guys fast enough, yeah, you can die. But if you got the armor and you don't have blinking red health, you're not going to die. Whoops. Sorry about that. My emulator hung for just a second. But yeah, this section is just incredibly straightforward. Nothing you can do to speed it up. So all of the time save in this level comes from the first section. That's why I was saying earlier that you want to optimize that first section as much as possible. Because if you get that first section perfect, then the rest of the level is going to be perfect as well. As long as you get that, as long as you shoot the bridge early in the second section. So just shoot these guys. If you miss these boats, don't worry about it, because you're going to come around again and have another chance at shooting them. So what I mean earlier by shooting things early is that you see how there's like a red cursor or crosshair or whatever around these planes? that's the auto aim kicking in. So I'm just pressing R and the rockets are just locking onto the target. But if you use manual aim and you shoot where a target is, you know, the missiles will still go over there and shoot it. By the way, if you missed any of those boats over here, you have another chance at shooting them. But here's what I mean by shooting them early. You manual aim and shoot in the general direction of it. Did you see how I blew it up before the little red aiming reticle popped up? You know, that's one thing you can do. That doesn't speed the level up, but if you're low on health, you can shoot things early, just like that, and they won't have time to shoot at you. So just do that if you're concerned about dying. So just shoot that twice, and that's the end of the end of the second section of this level. The third section has some small optimizations to it, but nothing really major. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to aim to the left and switch to your main cannon. So there's two weapons. You can use the pulse or the main cannon. And you want to shoot that tank as soon as it spawns, because that speeds up this part of the level. So switch to your pulse, and there are going to be some planes that come around here. It doesn't matter how fast you kill these planes, it's not going to speed up the level. Aim over here to the right, and there's going to be another tank that pops up right here. Killing the tanks fast, however, does speed up this part. So you want to shoot the tanks as soon as they spawn, but the planes don't matter. So just shoot at the planes, shoot them quickly, because, you know, if they shoot at you, you're going to lose health. And the last thing you want to do is die in this level. So there are going to be some more planes up here, just shoot at them. And right here you want to manual aim by holding L and zoom out by pressing D-pad down. You can aim further to the left. I was a little bit late there, but you can aim further to the left. See if I just do this. But you can see that I'm aiming further to the left so I can shoot that tank faster. So shooting that tank faster causes this to spawn sooner. Just shoot that. If you shoot that gray box on that submarine too soon, you know, its hitbox doesn't spawn as soon as you see it. So it is possible if you shoot it too early that you know, your grenade will just go right through it, or your missile or whatever you're shooting just goes right through it. So you want to, you know, wait just a tad bit. Wait until it's like fully spawned, fully like, you know, out of the submarine, and then you can shoot it. But yeah, so that's how you speedrun Island Infiltration. If you have any questions about this, feel free to, you know, ask them in the comments, and I'll try to help you out with it.